Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be playing some Call of Duty World at War on the Wii. I'm gonna show some gameplay of it in the background while I'm talking about it. I'm gonna give my review, tell you whether or not I believe you should play the game, pick it up, whatnot. Give it any time at all. Also, I'd like to remind you, please hit the like button, subscribe. You don't have to, it's just optional, but it really does help me out a ton. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hey, editor tips here. Forgot to mention that I screwed up the audio on this, so all the voiceovers you hear are done while editing, so just a side note. Anyways, on with the video. To start off, in my opinion, the controls, they were pretty alright. I can see that they were built from the ground up to work with this console, but were certainly not built for the game. But I will say it took quite a bit of getting used to, and I died several times because I didn't know how I could play the game that well. Once I got used to that, I was able to do pretty alright. Sure, not as well as I would have done if I just had a conventional controller, but for the first time playing, it was pretty alright. Felt kind of like an on-rails shooter, and kind of felt quite immersive. Now, if I had the option, I would always spring for the normal control scheme, because that's just a lot better for this type of game. But if you want like a good semi-immersive experience and want to feel like you're shooting the gun, well, I mean, well, about as immersive as you can feel playing on a Wii. But other than that, I feel like the controls are pretty rock solid. Not much to be ashamed of there. But the next part that you've probably already noticed is the graphics. As you know, I'm playing on this on the Wii, and the Wii was certainly not a powerful system, even back in the day. It just does not hold up well. But for having to port this to the Wii, they did a decent job. Of course, it looks pretty muddy, but at the same time, in my opinion, the Wii looked also pretty muddy. But, you know, they had to downscale it a bit. Didn't run in HD like it would on the newer Xbox 360s. And, of course, the textures are pretty scaled down, too. But, yeah. Anyways, I feel like it is a pretty faithful port to the original, to what they had, you know? The control scheme, of course, is strange, like I mentioned earlier. But I've played through a few missions, but only gathered a bit of footage. And the missions are almost exactly the same. Like, there's slight differences. Mostly just because the environments are just slightly changed. A few objects are pushed a little. But other than that, they pretty much just slapped the maps onto the Wii, downgraded them slightly, and yeah. Hey, editor tips here again. I didn't want to do this again, but when I was editing, I realized that I said that the maps, or the missions, were all the same. By that, I meant they were all the same as on their Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 counterparts. I did not mean to say that they were all like the same map. I meant to say that they were the same missions from the Xbox 360, but just made on the Wii. Alright, there. Now I'm going to go on to the multiplayer. As you can tell, I have no footage for the multiplayer, because it doesn't function anymore, so I can't really talk much about that. So if you're trying to get this game for the multiplayer on the Wii, well, first of all, you should probably get your priorities straight, because if you want to play an online game on the Wii, you're literally in the complete wrong area. You don't want to play online games on the Wii. And that leads me to my final verdict. I personally give this game a solid 6.5 out of 10. That's mostly due to the graphics, and the frame rate actually wasn't that good. Like, I was getting like 20 frames per second, which is playable in my opinion, but not the most fluid experience. But I usually don't dock points for graphics, because in my opinion, graphics are not the most essential part of a game, but they are important. But I am going to have to dock a few points, because the game could have looked a lot better with the skills that the teams had. But I understand that the Wii has different, like, it wasn't as capable, but you can still spruce stuff up. It just looked way too muddy for me. And I'm also docked points for the control scheme because it was a bit too jittery and finicky, but, you know, again, kind of, you can get used to it. But honestly, my final thing I'm going to say is if you want a game on a Wii, a first-person shooter on a Wii, and you don't have any other consoles, get this one. It is pretty solid for being on the Wii. But if you have the option, I would get it on any other platform. And with that, I'm getting on the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I want to remind you to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. It sure helps me out a ton, but it's optional. And anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.